What is going on, guys? As always, the great one, and it's time for WWE TLC 2017. And holy fuck, that shit changed a lot. We have Kurt Angle instead of Roman Reigns. What the fuck happened right here? Apparently he got sick, and Bray Wyatt got sick, and JoJo got sick. You know, just a little coincidence. I don't know why all of those three guys were, sick. I don't know what happened right here. I assume some kissing between Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt or some groupie thing. But that's just me though. Anyway, these past 3 days were really stressful to me. I uploaded this WWE 2K18 series and it was going so fine. Like in a day I would get 14-15k views. It was so good. It was unbelievable. And then it was like 7k views, 8k views. And I assumed that there was notifications or people just don't give a shit anymore. So I contacted YouTube and they were like, can you confirm, are you not getting any notifications from your subscriptions? And I was like, I don't get them, or I get them like 20 hours later. Brandon does everything. I'm subscribed to this dude, he's my buddy. And I got his video like 20 hours after he uploaded it. Like, what the fuck, right? And the question I have, do you got the notifications, or some of you just found the video in the subscription box instead of notifications and all of that sorts of shit? Now, as far as my career goes, I told you that after 10th episode, it's it. I will think about it. I will really think about it, whether I will continue the series or I will just end. I will really think about it. Now, TLC is a huge pay-per-view this year. Like, from excitement level of 7 or 6, it went straight to 10, man. I cannot wait for this shit tonight. It's gonna be pretty damn good. So now we're gonna talk about this a little bit later. I always wanna start the pay-per-view from the worst match, or from the first match of the card, to the main event, which is what we are going to do right now. The first match is a pre-show, and you're gonna love it. You're excited for it, you craved for it. It's a WrestleMania-worthy match. It should main event both WrestleManias this year, next year, or next year after that. It's Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox. Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? Please shoot me. No, but seriously, maybe you do care. I cannot speak for yourself, right? I cannot speak for you. Maybe there are some people who care, and you're really goddamn weird. No, seriously. If you're a huge fan of Sasha or a huge fan of Alicia, you probably give a shit. Me? I'm sorry, but I don't. I'm happy that Alicia Fox actually got a chance, though. I'm actually happy about that. Now, my prediction for this match is, I think Alicia Fox is going to win via roll-up. That's my prediction. That's all I have to say about this. I'm just happy she's in a match. That's it. Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James, the Women's Championship. Pretty fair rivalry, I guess. It's better than anything we have on SmackDown Live these days. I mean, about the women's division. And, the build is all about how she's old and this is young, this is old and this is young. It's pretty fair. It reminds me of that storyline back in the day when Mickie James was called fat. Now she's called old. Vince McMahon really must hate her. I don't know, but my prediction is Alexa Bliss. I don't think she will win the title. Mickie James really won't win the title. My prediction is Alexa Bliss. Asuka versus Emma. Asuka versus Emma. This is going to be a complete squash match. And I hate that. Emma deserves so much more. And Asuka, she can't lose as well. She cannot lose. She is coming from NXT. She was this dominant woman who is just, I think, never lost. Am I right? I haven't watched NXT like for 4 or 3 years. I don't know. I think she never lost, and the way she got out of NXT because she was injured, she had to give away the championship, relinquish it. But I think she is built as the strong woman who just never lost the title. She's coming to the main roster. Hopefully, she's going to continue that, win the Women's Championship, and show what she's all about. But knowing where NXT talent go, it's a little bit catchy, Every NXT talent goes to the main roster, they get buried. First of all, they win against Ziggler. Yeah, you gotta make Ziggler look like a jobber, right? Ziggler loses the match, and then you just turn them into a jobbers. Cool stuff. But I don't know what's there to say about this match. Asuka is going to win, and my prediction is Asuka. That's all I have to say about this one. And then we have Kalisto versus Enzo Amore. Enzo Amore is your former Cruiserweight champion, which, now, I have to say something about this. Pretty much, There is not a lot of things that I have to say about this paper, but this is one of them. Enzo Amore as champion. When I first saw that, I was like, fuck this division. This is a failure. This is a total failure. But now, it made me realize, you know what? This is the first time I'm actually giving a shit about Cruiserweight division. A wet, brown, huge shit about the Cruiserweight division. All before that, I would just skip all of it. I would just skip it. I wouldn't even watch it. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less about these purple fucks. But now, Enzo Amore as champion, he brought my attention, and he actually main evented Raw. And I absolutely hated Enzo Amore. I thought he's a trash wrestler, but it turns out as a heel, he's fucking priceless. I just changed my opinion about this dude like that. He is amazing, and I think Tabi Inu has been saying that for so many months, that look for Enzo Amore, he's going to be huge, and I was like, fuck that. I don't give a shit about this dude. He's boring to me. I don't get his character. And I still stand by that. Enzo Amore and Big Cass, that tag team wasn't what I was looking for. But him as a heel in the Cruiserweight division, I love it. I absolutely love it. And you may say that, well, he doesn't deserve it. There are so many more talented wrestlers. But to me, you can be the greatest wrestler of all time. But for me, what matters is moments, segments, and what is memorable. What good turns out of it. You can have all these great matches, but if there's no payoff and all you see is, oh wow, that was a good match, move on to the next segment. You know, you get my point. So him bringing all that attention to Cruiserweight division was a brilliant idea. Now, not so brilliant idea was making Kalisto a Cruiserweight champion just after like a couple of weeks. What the fuck was that, WWE? I don't get that at all. Kalisto won the Cruiserweight championship with the help of others, and now I guess Enzo Amore has his stable or some shit, like heel Cruiserweights are on Enzo Amore's side, babyface Cruiserweights are on Kalisto's side. Neville left. And I heard about the news that he wasn't paid for the DVDs, he wasn't paid for that, and he was frustrated, and honestly, he shouldn't even be on the Cruiserweight division. He should be wrestling for the mid-card title, in my opinion. He was that good, but it is what it is. I hope he comes back, and if he doesn't, well, good for him. WWE right now is not the only place where you can shine. There is Ring of Honor, TNA, well, TNA is... You know the deal with TNA, New Japan, Indies, whatever the case may be, he's going to be a huge star, and I think Jim Ross or someone said that it's just the beginning of Neville's career, and it's going to be fantastic. So my prediction for this match is, honestly, Enzo Amore. I think he's going to win the title back. I think it was just a little bamboozle. So my prediction is Enzo Amore. Then we have Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann versus Gentleman Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick. That's exactly what I was talking about. These random... why would I care? Why would I care in the slightest? Why would I give a damn shit? I don't get it. Why would I care? My prediction is, I don't know who's in this match. My prediction is Cedric Alexander and Rich Swann. There you go. This is my prediction. Okay, now, two big matches left. Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. Holy shit, this is going to be a great match. Now, I gotta be honest with you. This will get me a lot of hate. I'm not a huge fan of Finn Balor, actually. It just doesn't click with me. I know he's good in the ring, however, I do feel like a lot of his matches are kinda the same. The problem I kinda have with him, but I also don't get this demon shit. These paintings, especially with Sister Abigail and that painting, what the fuck was that? I don't get this painting thing. However, I gotta appreciate that he is good in the ring. And with AJ Styles, it's going to steal this show. Both former leaders of the Bullet Club, if I'm not mistaken. So this has to happen. It had to happen. But however, there's one thing that I really hate about it. There's no build, and you cannot blame WWE for it because Bray Wyatt is sick. We need a replacement. AJ Styles, Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt was a match that Fuck it. Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks was more entertaining to me than Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor. That rivalry is dead. That rivalry must end right now. However, when you put AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, this is where the excitement just... I don't know how to... I don't know, rises like a boner. So I'm excited about it. You can see that I'm pretty excited about it. Now the problem I also have is AJ Styles is from SmackDown. If you're going to just make it, well, they wrestle, some of them win, and don't acknowledge that at all, that this guy was from SmackDown, it's very, very, very bad for the brand split. Now, here's what I want to happen personally. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this one. So, in the next Raw or SmackDown, maybe SmackDown, Daniel Bryan is talking to Kurt Angle or some shit, and Kurt Angle is like, well, we needed another superstar to replace Bray Wyatt because he couldn't wrestle at that night, and we borrowed SmackDown Live's superstar to make this excitement. However, there is something in return for SmackDown. SmackDown gave you AJ Styles, you give something to SmackDown, maybe a roster member or some shit, or a match or something. You need to give something to Raw. SmackDown. And it's also not a coincidence that I think Survivor Series is coming soon, so you could maybe build something for that. You know, you used our superstars and we didn't got anything in return or some shit. It needs to be addressed. If not, as a business guy, think about it. I'm Daniel Bryan, I want SmackDown to win, and I'm just like, yeah, take AJ Styles. Let's make Raw pay-per-view the greatest shit ever, and I'm just gonna sit there. I'm Daniel Bryan, and I'm gonna yell yes. No, don't do that. It just doesn't make any sense as a businessman, as a COO in Shane McMahon's position or some shit. So here's what needs to happen. You need to address that and give something to SmackDown in return. As far as the match goes, it's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be good. My prediction is... I hope AJ Styles is going to win. I really hope so, but... oh, fuck it. AJ Styles is the winner of this match. This is just bold prediction. It's really unpredictable. I'm just saying AJ Styles. I love AJ. And then we have the main event, and we're talking about Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Raw. Well, not. It's Kurt Angle, because Roman Reigns is sick. What's the most logical replacement? We need something big, right? We need to make it, you paid your money, you're getting what you want. And I agree with that. Kurt Angle is a right guy. It's kind of a shame that there was no build. It sucks, really, right? But it doesn't matter. We're seeing Kurt Angle. I'm excited for this. And versus The Miz, Cesaro, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Kane. And Curtis Axel was supposed to be here. It's his hometown, but he was beaten. I'm a huge fan of Curtis Axel, guys. I'm not even sarcastic. I love this guy, and it's a shame that he was just... Here's what I want. The Miz versus Curtis Axel at some pay-per-view. Curtis Axel needs to return, and he was like, you didn't give a shit about me. I'm Kurt Axel. And beats the shit out of The Miz. And it's an Intercontinental Championship match later. Works for me. Now, a lot of people are talking shit about the fact that Kane is main eventing a pay-per-view in 2017. Everybody's losing their shit. And one thing that I want to mention is, don't act like he's main eventing a one-on-one match for the WWE Championship. Don't act like that. It's a freaking... How many people are here? There are 8 people in this match. Kane happens to be one of them. Holy shit. He's main eventing WWE pay-per-view in 2017. A Raw pay-per-view, so it's not a whole roster, it's just a Raw roster. The only thing that I'm mad is because Kane was from SmackDown, how the fuck he turned out on Raw, I'm not sure. That's the only issue I have. Kane main eventing in a 8-man match? Not something I'm really mad about. Not something I'm really mad about. After all, Kane is not in the worst shape. He's a good wrestler. He's a legend. I think his return was pretty entertaining. Now, if you would tell me that Kane is getting a WWE Championship match at pay-per-view in the main event, it would be boring, first of all, and it wouldn't make a lot of sense. But in an 8-man match, to make it look like where Shield is facing all the monsters, it makes sense. I don't see a huge problem with that. Either way, my prediction is... Well, Kurt Angle is back, man. I'm so excited for it. But my prediction... Something tells me that The Miz is going to win this match. My prediction is The Miz and all these other goons. Well, by goons, I mean Braun Strowman, Kane, what else? Cesaro, and Sheamus. All of these big guys, and... I think something will happen that the Shield will kick the shit out of everyone, but at the end of the day, The Miz is going to win this match. And I love The Miz. Miz is one of my favorites. I wouldn't be mad about that at all. So let me know your predictions in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the pay-per-view. Are you excited for this card or the previous card? I think this card is much better. It's random. I don't know how it happened, but it's good. The great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.